Welcome. This is the PowerPoint slash YouTube presentation for English 3236 section 030. I'm gonna be your host, Pedro Garcia, and the title of this PowerPoint presentation is Why has recycling been such a failure in Puerto Rico? This is more centered in a city, Atillo, Puerto Rico. But before we start on Atillo, let's get into the recycling issues in Puerto Rico. Basically, getting residents to recycle in Puerto Rico has been a long challenge. Approximately 4 million tons of solid waste a year is generated by Puerto Ricans, but only around 10% of the waste is recycled. That's according to a study in the Solid Waste Authority in the Environmental Protection Agency of Puerto Rico. Now, let's get a little more general on what is recycling. Right, recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Recycling is a key component of modern waste reduction. There are many recyclable materials. Here we can find glass, paper, cardboard, metal, plastic, tires, batteries, which it could produce a fresh new supply. That is why it is called recycling. In Atillo or in any city of Puerto Rico, recycling has been a failure because the government and its recycling programs don't make the initiatives to have a stable recycling program. In this YouTube PowerPoint presentation, it's going to show you why recycling in Atillo has been such a failure and the importance of implementing and promoting an easy program to request recycling collection service in Atillo, Puerto Rico, so that recycling becomes an efficient process. The presentation is divided into 4 parts. First, we have the background information, which it states and introduces why recycling has been such a failure in Puerto Rico and mainly in Atillo. Then we have the primary research, where we ask a neighborhood in Atillo to inform us and investigate us the process of recycling in their neighborhood. Then we have the secondary research, which we found about an investigation made by El Colegio del Carmen located in Atillo about recycling and some pages in websites in the internet. Then finally we have the suggestions so that recycling can become an efficient thing and can become more useful for Puerto Rico. One curiosity that we found is that in Germany, if we compare in Germany, Austria, and Wales. They managed to have a recycle rate more than 50% of their waste, and their goal is for the next 20 years achieve zero waste. And we have here in Puerto Rico, we are struggling under the weight of our own garbage basically. Even before Maria hit in September of last year, the Environmental Protection Agency says most of the most of the island's landfill were filled beyond capacity, and that nearly half were under orders to close. According to the ADS, 77 of the 78 municipalities of Puerto Rico have recycling programs. And Adillo is one of those 77, but mostly these 77 programs don't have initiative, and they have been all a failure because we haven't seen any movement or any drastic movement throughout at least the last 20 years. And this has affected the town's waste control. Not only the town, but the whole island. After the Hurricane Maria passed, it created 6.2 million cubic yards of waste, enough trash to fill at least 43 football stations. Here we can see an image on one part of the town of Atillo, where instead of dividing the waste from things that can be recycled, they throw it all together anywhere they can. But not only this is problem from the waste programs, it's also a problem from the own the own citizens. The citizens must know, must be informed on the importance of recycling. Recycling has been implemented in the system for around 20 years approximately, and people just don't care. The community has a huge rate of ignorance, and they don't know in the next 20 30 years we will be living in our own garbage basically. And from the last comment earlier of the Hurricane Maria that caused millions of cubic yards of waste, and it brought a lot of trash and garbage, and we need to make a next step. We need to make a change. I know the change has been implemented before, but we have to do it like now. We can't wait no more. Primary research. We went to a neighborhood to ask how was the process for the municipality to go weekly to collect the recycling as they do with garbage, and their answer was that a letter had to be written to the municipality. After that, they had to wait for them to answer. When they managed to answer the letter, they were told that they needed at least 16 houses or places to recycle. Also, they told us the municipality does not promote its recycling program, nor does it care about the need and the importance of recycling. their research. It's according to an investigation carried out by the students of at el Colegio Nuestra Señora del Carmen at Atillo. When they put recycling trash cans in near areas like Carrizales, Ato Abajo, Ato Arriba, in, in Quebrada, they collected approximately 9,000 recyclable objects, which Atillo has approximately 42,000 population. In the next graph, we can show the results of the investigation made by these high school students, where plastic bottles go over 3,500 to 3,600. The aluminum cans go to 2,800. The papers were at least 1,800, and the paper boards were less than 1,000. Recycling investigation that was made in el Colegio Nuestra Señora del Carmen in Atillo. They managed to put trash cans all around the neighborhood, and we can see that from 42,000 of population that has Atillo, only at least 9,000, approximately maybe 10,000, were managed to recycle items, to recollect these items. That's a little disappointing, and we can see how the ignorance and low communication, the lack of information citizens have about recycling. An article found in Teletica and one of the online newspapers with local news, it, we found that citizens denounce municipal trash cans and streets full of garbage. Also, we presented that at least half of that garbage were recyclable objects. This has affected town's waste control because, according to la Autoridad de Desperdicios Sólidos, the local landfills are filling faster than is supposed to be. And it's a problem that can be estimated that in 15 or at least 20 years they may already be full. The importance of implementing and promoting an easy program to request recycling collection service in Puerto Rico. Here we have an image from El Nuevo Dia about these green stations that are in the beaches. Now this has been a great idea because it helped the less garbage throwing in the beaches. Here we have that divided in aluminum, plastic, others, and cardboards. And we should promote these programs because it will make it easier, and it will reduce the amount of garbage taken on the landfills. And it's a huge factor to reduce garbage on the streets. Here are some suggestions so that recycling becomes an effective thing. We can make a program that is easier to apply to the weekly recycling collections, and a service that passes without the need for 16 houses in the community to recycle, but at least to the whole city, and at least offer communities informative talks about what recycling is and what it takes and what could happen if we don't recycle, or what could happen in the future, or explain how it can affect us. Offer recycling courses in schools to educate young people and this subject, and that they can inform others and raise awareness, and basically do it for the good of the planet and not for a profit. Recycling has been a failure in Puerto Rico, but if we show more importance, if we unite together and show that this is an important topic to demonstrate in the city and in the communities, we can make a change. One step at a time, we can make a change. So in this presentation slash YouTube PowerPoint, here we have the bibliography where we retrieve most of our information. Thanks for watching. See you next time.